Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy Looney back with another market breakdown. Today is March 10th and the market is getting destroyed. I'm not gonna lie. Stocks are down, crypto is down, and also my portfolio. You can see I'm officially down around 17% year to date. But let's break it down and figure out what's next. I know this is not the great time to mention this because of how poorly my portfolio is doing, but you do have to keep in mind the rest of the economy and the rest of the market is also suffering from this crash. And I just want to do a shout out to my Discord. I have a free to join. And then I also have, if you want real-time trade alerts and in-depth strategy breakdowns, there's also a premium option. Links are in the description. So Bitcoin just crashed. Let me pull up Bitcoin right now. It is at $78,000. And after a major breakout last week, it has dumped. And it's been dumping for the past week and the past month, past 3 months, but really the past month, down 18%. It pumped hard off the crypto or the Trump crypto reserve news and then quickly reversed, wiping out almost all gains and even long-term gains, even since November. But let's take a look at the chart. So like I said, past week down 8%, past month it is down 18%. Year to date, it is roughly around that 18 as well. If I were to pull up that amount, 17%, 20%, somewhere around there. And then Ethereum is also struggling even more. It is hovering at, let's take a look at what exactly it is hovering at. It is at 1,800. So if you've been holding Ethereum for a while now, you'd actually be down, or most likely down if you bought it from the tops or the highs about 5 years ago. So it hasn't really moved. And the rest of the crypto market is also getting hit. This one's down almost 30% in the past month. So what kind of caused all this latest crash? A lot of it does have to do with the tariffs, a lot of the trade wars going on, and there is a lot of uncertainty. So the rate cut uncertainty, the Fed is delaying rate cuts, which is also just putting pressure on risk assets like crypto and tech stocks. There's also whale sell-offs. We saw over 500 million worth of Bitcoin liquidations in the past week. And the market sentiment shift, people are panic selling after the Trump announcement didn't push prices higher. He even said, don't look at the market. And it's kind of just a falling knife. Once someone sells off, the rest follow the herd. And that's sort of what's going on. And I wanted to take a look at some key support levels to watch in this current market. And with Bitcoin, I still think that 75,000 is that short-term support zone. If we do break that 75,000, we could see 70K next. And then if we look at a 70K where it drops to 70K, there's definitely some major psychological level that we are into a bear market. And then if we even hit to 60, 65K, this is probably the best time to long-term buy zone if we see this major dip. Ethereum, similar prices. I have 2,000 and then the 1,800. These are kind of the similar things to be looking at. And here's just kind of my strategy and what I'm doing, because obviously my strategy isn't immune to what's going on with the market. I'm not really planning to change my strategy too much. I'm kind of just mentally changing with what's going on. I am dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin still. I'm doing $3 a day. Might not seem like a lot, but in the long term, it should be a perfect strategy. And I'm doing $3 a day into this one. And then a few other crypto, I am doing some money. Aave is actually one of my biggest gainers. It was up to like 300 at some point, and I'm doing $1 a day. So dollar cost averaging, I'm buying small amounts every day, and I'm stacking for long term. This really just gets rid of the mental part of the game. You kind of lose all emotions. Next is I am selling covered calls. Now, although selling covered calls in a bear trend isn't the best strategy, it does help out with mitigating some losses. And I'm doing it on stocks I own. So I still get to collect premiums even as my account does take a hit. And I have a lot of puts that is going on. So I'm selling cash secured puts on SoFi, Riot, and Mara. And I'm just looking to scoop up more shares at a discount. And then just for the long term, I will be doing more covered calls on those when I get acquired shares, which is kind of what's looking as it is going on. And I already put up this cash, so it's not like I have to go on margin or be worried about that. It's going to be cash that I already set away to invest into these stocks. And I actually want to be into SoFi. I want more exposure to SoFi, and I see it as a long-term play. And because of all the things going on with Tesla, NIO is also a great opportunity to look into, and that's what I'm doing as well. I'm selling puts on NIO at $4. The only issue I have going on are these credit spreads. These are the ones that I honestly made a mistake. This shouldn't be something I should be doing. I think I got carried away with things, and this is kind of one that, or these are a few that I will just realize losses if the stock trades below these prices. So there's a few that it will be a loss, like a lot of these Riot put credit spreads. I will be losing money, and I'm going to wait till expiration just to see how things play out, just kind of wait it out. Hopefully there is some kind of momentum back upwards. With this one, I am in the green, at least for now, but we'll see how things go. And then the last thing is I have my long-term calls on SoFi. I was sort of thinking of doubling down on this and just buying another long call, but these ones are also down. This one is such a long term that I'm not too concerned of how it plays out in the short term, but long term, like a year or two, I could see the stock doubling. And that's really what I'm focusing on, is that year or two play. And if we do see a bear market, I will keep dollar cost averaging. So I won't really lose out on so much gains if the call option kind of expires worthless or gets close to being expiring worthless. Now, what do we think on Bitcoin? Do we think it's going to rebound or just keep dropping? If we do see some rate cuts later this year, which they are predicting, Bitcoin could push back towards that upper amount, that resistant line, maybe even 100K if we're getting lucky. But I don't want to be too optimistic, because every time someone says to buy, it seems like it drops even further. And then the other thing is, if inflation does stay high and the Fed doesn't cut rates and there's a lot of just bad news going on, we could see more downside. Now, my prediction is I do think we retest this 70K, at least for the short term, but long term, I am definitely bullish. I don't know if we will see 100K this run. I'm not entirely sure if the bull run is over. It kind of feels that way, but it also doesn't feel that way. It's kind of in a weird situation. So I kind of want to know what you guys think. Do you think the bull run is over? Is it in the middle of things? Is it just have a pullback? I really just want to know what you guys think in the comments. So drop a comment below. Are you buying the dip, or are you staying on the sidelines? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join my Discord for real-time trade alerts and market discussions. Until next time.